Cessna unveiled their most ambitious project yet, a single aircraft, one that would run with the fuel economy of a piston twin, but fly at speeds approaching a jet. Its name? The Cessna 441 Conquest II. But within weeks of its very first delivery, disaster struck. The FAA grounded the entire fleet. Not once, but twice. Today, we look at how this aircraft survived that catastrophe, rebuilt its reputation, and became one of the most legendary twin turboprops in aviation history. Origin story. It's the early 1970s. Cessna is one of the world's largest general aviation manufacturers, operating out of Wichita, Kansas. But there was a glaring gap in their lineup. On one side, their piston twin, the Cessna 404 Titan, capable but limited in speed. On the other, their Citation jet, fast but expensive to buy and operate. In between, a massive void. Corporate operators wanted something that could approach jet-like speed, but still run on turboprop economy. Cessna saw the opportunity. In 1972, Cessna's engineers launched what was initially called the Model 435. The original plan was to power it with Continental GTSIO 520X piston engines. By 1975, everything changed. Drawing on the fuselage and airframe of the Cessna 404 Titan, the design was transformed into Cessna's very first turboprop aircraft, redesignated the Model 441. This was a milestone for Cessna, their first turboprop-powered production aircraft. The prototype took flight for the first time in August 1975. After a successful maiden flight, the FAA certification process began. On August 19, 1977, the Model 441 received FAA Part 23 certification. By September 1977, customer deliveries had begun. The price tag? $895,000. But just 2 months later, tragedy, death, fear, and 2 FAA groundings. The 6th aircraft off the production line broke apart over Greensboro, Alabama. All 7 people aboard were killed. The engines were operating normally. The weather was clear. There was no distress call. The problem was the tail. The Conquest II's horizontal stabilizer had been designed with a pronounced dihedral angle, intended to minimize propeller whirl mode vibration. But that same design contained a catastrophic structural weakness. The FAA grounded the entire 441 fleet, not once, but twice. For Cessna, this was a fight for survival. They ultimately redesigned the key tail section components from the ground up and retrofitted every aircraft that had already been delivered. The program affected nearly 100 aircraft. To this day, it stands as one of the largest and most expensive factory field modifications ever performed on a business aircraft. Cessna even provided loaner aircraft to affected customers, so their operations wouldn't have to stop. After the redesign, the 441 returned to service, stronger, safer, and battle-tested. And this time, it would not be grounded again. Airframe and structure. Let's look at how this aircraft is actually built. The Cessna 441 is a twin-engine, turboprop-powered, pressurized aircraft. It's configured as a cantilever low-wing monoplane with a conventional tail. The entire airframe is constructed in aluminum monocoque, meaning the skin itself carries a significant portion of the structural load. The landing gear deserves special mention. The retractable tricycle gear uses a trailing link main gear design, with a single wheel on each unit. That trailing link geometry absorbs rough landing loads beautifully, producing a smooth touchdown even on less than perfect runways. The wings use a high aspect ratio design with bonded construction techniques, special adhesive bonding instead of conventional rivets. The result is a lighter but structurally superior wing. Step inside the cabin and you'll find an air stair door on the port side, aft of the wing, a premium touch for corporate operators. The aircraft can be configured for up to 11 occupants, including the pilot, though the typical executive setup seats 6 to 8 in a mix of club chairs and individual seating. Aft of the passenger area sits a belted lavatory seat. Baggage? There's room for ski equipment or golf clubs, plus 2 additional non-pressurized nose compartments for extra bags. The heart of the aircraft, the Garrett TPE-331 engine. 2 Honeywell TPE-331s, better known by their original Garrett brand name, give this aircraft its power. A single-shaft turboprop, that means the compressor, turbine, and propeller are all connected on the same shaft. There's no free power turbine, unlike the PT-6 found in King Airs and Cheyennes. That's why if you see a 441 parked on the ramp, its propellers rest in fine pitch, not feathered. That's your instant visual identifier for this aircraft. The original production aircraft came with the TPE-331-8 engine, thermodynamically rated at 800 shaft horsepower, but flat rated to 635 shaft horsepower. Then came the upgrade that transformed the fleet. Most aircraft in service today have been converted to the TPE-331-10, rated at 1,000 shaft horsepower thermodynamically, still flat rated to 635 shaft horsepower. This upgrade significantly increased high-altitude climb performance and boosted cruise speed. A 10-equipped Conquest II can exceed 310 knots true airspeed at flight level 29. Up at flight level 35, it maintains a steady 300 kTAS, burning roughly 335 pounds or 50 gallons per hour. Engine maintenance intervals are another major advantage. Time between overhaul is 5,400 hours, extendable to 7,000 hours for operators enrolled in specific engine maintenance plans. King Air operators often cite PT-6 overhaul costs as a major burden. Garrett operators have a different story. Performance. How fast? How far? Let's talk numbers. Cruise speed, flight level 29, 316 kTAS, 585 kilometers per hour. Cruise speed, flight level 35, 300 kTAS. Maximum range, 2,000 nautical miles. Service ceiling, pre-1981, flight level 33, 33,000 feet. 1981 plus, flight level 35, 35,000 feet. Takeoff ground roll, approximately 1,785 feet, sea level, ISA. Takeoff over 50-foot obstacle, 2,465 feet. Usable fuel, 475 gallons. Fuel burn at cruise, approximately 50 gallons per hour. Max takeoff weight, 10,165 pounds. With 475 gallons of usable fuel, the Conquest II can cross the entire continental United States and still land with healthy reserves. To put that into perspective, a light jet covering the same route would cost significantly more in both fuel and ownership. The 441 delivers much of that jet world performance at turboprop economics. That was the entire point of this aircraft, and Cessna delivered it. Avionics and modern upgrades. From the factory, the Conquest II was offered with Cessna's own 1000 series avionics, but most buyers upgraded to the optional Collins avionics package. A typical original installation included dual Collins VHF comms, dual VIR nav receivers, dual transponders, ADF, dual DME, a Collins flight director, a Sperry autopilot, and a Sperry WXR300 color weather radar system.
If you enjoyed this deep dive into aviation history, make sure to subscribe and stick around, because the sky is full of incredible stories just like this one. Thanks for watching.